how not to get healed in 2025. You know, when you have a disease process, when you have an ailment, when you are suffering in a way, and when you need some rectification of your health, a lot of things comes in your mind and you follow some things which might not be so good to your health because they might be detrimental at the end of it all. So we need to be at least considerate on what we follow, on what we do, on what we purpose to pursue. When at least we have this kind of disease process and we need healing, because healing is fundamental and healing is paramount in each and everyone's life. So one of the things you are not supposed to do is following guidelines and standards of mostly health and whatever is prescribed by the global bodies. Something like the food pyramid might not be best for you because one of the things it should be personalized to each and every person on how it will work for your health and on how it will work for you, because health is a personalized issue. For example, the food pyramid, on the bottom of the food pyramid, there is something like a tree collar, something I may not personally agree with. Like they say that you should eat carbohydrates and starches for 6 to 8 servings, which is not ideal, which is perhaps promote obesity, promote insulin resistance. The other thing you might not follow is the health trends and the social media trends, because many a times they are wrong. So what were you supposed to do? So in many cases, the social media trends, they are perhaps the hype, something which is sweet to follow. Yeah, the advent of the okra water, which was such a hype in many people, and there was the rice water. You do drink rice water for a certain amount of time to lose weight, and in many cases, the social media trends and the hypes, they don't work for the paramount health recovery. The other thing is not backing science with evidence, because there are many things which are scientific, but when you go deeper to whether they are evidence based, whether there was a research done, you meet that these things are not research backed, they are not evidence based, and they are just things which apply to certain demography. Like a research which was done in Europe might not necessarily apply in Africa, in the blacks, because perhaps the demography, the genetics of Europeans, they are not the genetics and demography factors of the Africans. So following mostly the science and research based evidences might not be accurate to manage diseases. The other thing is deviation from what nature provides us. If you deviate from what nature has provided us, which is natural, which is organic, which is true, which is not unadulterated, in many cases, nature provides something which is pure, which is not GMO, which is not scientific modification. And when we do that, we might not get the accurate healing we need. So let us go back to the basics. Let us go back to what nature has provided us. And in this, healing is given. The other thing is deviating away from our tradition and the tested and proven ways which existed before science came through. So when you deviate from what tradition ways and what tradition had provided us, because in many cases, like the Maasais, traditionally they are carnivorous, they are carnivores, they eat meat, they drink blood, they drink milk, especially when it is raw, and sometimes uncooked meat. But sometimes when they deviate from what was traditionally their tradition, you might meet them in carrying some health problems because in their genetics, carnivorous is their nature. Yeah. So the other thing is following what works for you. The other thing is following what works for you. When you follow what works for you, sometimes what works for you might not be what is recommended, not what is given to be true, and what is going to provide your health and to give you back your health. So when you follow what you think, your own understanding, not evidence based, not science backed, not a tradition. It's just like someone comes in an idea that vegetable is the way to go, nothing else. No fruit, no carbohydrates, no protein, just vegetables day in, day out. This might not work for someone's health, and this is detrimental to health in the long